हेलो बच्चों, कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड में स्टार्ट करते हैं 2 मार्क्स विच आर फ्रॉम द केमिस्ट्री क्वेश्चन बैंक। तो उसमें फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है, देखो, एक्सप्लेन होमोलेप्टिक एंड हेटेरोलेप्टिक कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. So if we consider the classification of complexes, there are mainly two types based on the ligands. First one is the homoleptic complexes. Now what is the difference that we will discuss by taking the example firstly, and after that we will write the statement. See here. Here if we consider the example FeCN6 4 minus. This is the example of the homoleptic complexes. Why we are saying this is the example? Because see, in the complexes, metal ion is surrounded by only one type of ligands, and these are nothing but the homoleptic complexes. Now second one, here we have completed definition and after that you have to write the example. See second one, heteroleptic complexes. In that, firstly I will write the example, and example is platinum NH3 twice Cl2, which is the cisplatin. As we know that cisplatin is used as a anti-cancer drug also. And from that example we can write, see here, platinum is the central metal ion which is surrounded by the NH3. This is the one type of ligand, and chlorine is the another type of ligand. Means that different types of ligands are there. Then it is called as a heteroleptic complexes. So here we can write here, in the complexes, central metal ion is surrounded by the different types of ligand is called as heteroleptic complexes. So here we have completed first question. Second one, write the 4 postulates of the Werner's theory. So what are these postulates? Now we'll see. Each postulate is for the half mark, means we have to write 4 postulates for the 2 marks. So here Werner's theory postulates. So first one, if we consider central metal ion which is present in that complex, it consists 2 types of the valencies. One is the primary valency and second one is the secondary valency. So now, central metal possess 2 types of valency. First one, that is the primary valency, and second one is the secondary valency. So if we consider here that primary valency is nothing but the oxidation number and secondary valency is nothing but the coordination number. So from that one, second one postulate we can write. See, if we consider ionization sphere, so this is a square bracket, here metal will be there, ligand will be there. Whatever present outside, that is nothing but the ionization sphere, and this is the coordination sphere. So from that one, these ionization sphere entity is required to satisfy the primary valency of the metal. That is the second postulate. What is that? See here. The ionization sphere entities satisfy the primary valency of metal ion. Like that. Third one is there. What is that? The coordination sphere entities satisfy satisfy secondary valency of the metal ion. And this is the third postulate. What is that fourth one? Secondary valencies have the fixed special arrangement around the central metal ion. What is that fourth one? The secondary valencies have fixed special arrangement around the central metal ion. This is the fourth postulate. Now third one, write one example of each. मतलब यहाँ पे हमें दोनों के लिए एक एग्जाम्पल देना है. उसमें फर्स्ट वन क्या है? Bidentate ligand and of the ambidentate ligand. Bidentate ligand means in one ligand there is a presence of a two donor atoms. And what is meant by that ambidentate ligand? In that two or more than two donor atoms are there, but at a time only one will donate the electron, and that is nothing but the ambidentate. So what is the example? In this one we can say that ethylene diamine. This is the example of bidentate ligand, and structure is, this one is the structure of this ethylene diamine. Second one we can say that oxalate. Oxalate is also another one example of the bidentate ligand. So that structure of this one is C double bond O, and here O minus to this both sides. You can select any one example also. Now ambidentate ligand. Here if we consider NO2, here there is a possibility of the linkage from the nitrogen as well as from the oxygen. So this is the one example of this ambidentate ligand, and second one is the SCN and NCS, means in this that one. So in this way we have completed this question also. Next one, distinguish between double salt and coordination complex. So here we have to discuss the distinguishing point. At least minimum 4 points should be written. So which are these 4 points here? First one, as we know that double salt, it is formed by the combination of two types of the salt. That is the definition of the double salt. What about the coordination compounds or complexes? In that we can say that the compound in which central metal ion is surrounded by the electron donor species or the negatively charged ions. So first point completed. Second one, if we consider this double salt, when we are adding into the water, they loses their identity. But coordination compounds, if we consider, they do not lose their identity. Third point, they dissociate. When we are adding into the water, they dissociate into completely and forms the ions. But if we consider coordination complexes, they also dissociate into the water, but they form at least one complex ion. Next one, in double salt there is a, means they do not have that coordinate bond, but in the complexes there is a compulsory, there is a presence of this coordinate bond. And last one point, that is the example. Already we have seen that in the double salt, carnallite is a one example, and second one is the Mohr's salt. In that coordination compounds we can write cisplatin is one example, second one FeCN6 4 minus or FeCO5 also. So number of complexes are there, any one example we can write. So next question is define. Here we have to write the definition of these two isomers. One is the coordination isomer and second one is the hydrated isomer. The first definition is of the coordination isomer. कोऑर्डिनेशन आइसोमर में हमें ध्यान में रखना है इसका उसको, उसका इसको. मतलब क्या, इस मेटल के लिगेंड्स दूसरे के साथ, दूसरे मेटल के लिगेंड्स पहले के साथ, ऐसा वाला होता है जिस स्ट्रक्चर में हमें वहां पे बोलना होता है, वो होता है कोऑर्डिनेशन आइसोमर. नाउ सी हियर, द इंटरचेंज ऑफ लिगेंड्स बिटवीन cationic and anionic spheres of the different metal ions, and that is nothing but the coordination isomer. यहाँ पे देखो एग्जाम्पल दिया है, cobalt with 6 NH3 is there, and here chromium with the 6 cyano group. Here interchange will be there between these ligands, with whom? That is with the metal. Now see, these ligands are with the chromium and these ligands are with the cobalt. So this is the example of the coordination isomer. Next one, hydrated, or we can say it is also called as a solvate isomer. In that, its definition is there is an exchange of solvent ligand, and that is the water, between कोऑर्डिनेशन स्फीयर एंड आयोनाइजेशन स्फीयर. उसके लिए क्या है एग्जांपल देखो, क्रोमियम H2O 6 molecules are there and out of bracket means that Cl3 is present in the ionization sphere and this H2O is present in the coordination sphere. So there will be the exchange of this solvent ligand ionization sphere, means that H2O will go outside and one Cl will come inside, and that is the example of this hydrated isomer. Now last question remain, that is the two applications of coordination compounds. Actually generally if we consider application part, if two applications are there then only 1 mark will be there, but here they have given two applications, 2 marks. So what are these applications? See, in that first one, as we have discussed already, that is the cisplatin. That cisplatin is used for the cancer treatment, and this is the one application of this coordination compound. Second one, EDTA, as we know that this is the hexadentate ligand. It is used for the treatment of lead poisoning. लीड पॉइजनिंग ट्रीटमेंट के लिए इसका यूज किया जाता है. So this is the second application of this coordination compound. Then also third one I will tell you. If we consider EDTA complexes, these EDTA complexes form the stable complexes with the calcium 2+ and magnesium 2+, which are present in the water. And that's why we can say that EDTA complex is also used in the water purification. And fourth one application which is related to the silver and gold. सिल्वर एंड गोल्ड. सो यहाँ पे अगर कंसिडर करते हैं गोल्ड का सिंपल होता है AU, सिल्वर को होता है AG. These are used in the electroplating of this gold and silver respectively. तो ये रहे अपने 2 मार्क्स के ऑल क्वेश्चंस. तो ऐसे ही उसके नोट्स मिलने के लिए इसके जो 2 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन है कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स के, इसके पीडीएफ भी आपको, पीडीएफ की जो कुछ भी लिंक है वो आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दी जाएगी. तो आप अगर चाहो, आपको नोट्स चाहिए, पीडीएफ चाहिए, तो डाउनलोड करके प्रिंट आउट भी ले सकते हो. थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू.